Hey, what's up, Canada? Welcome to this episode of Quarantine Cribz. I enjoyed all the Facebook love I got ever since I bugged out into the bush. I think some people have wondered what's happened to me. Well, I'm living out here in the woods like Robinson Crusoe. So I thought I'd show you my quarantine crib, yo. Okay, so check it out. This is where I get my water. I know it looks gross, right? But this is a natural spring that I kind of dug out a little bit. You can see the water. It's fresh. It's perfectly clean. Been drinking it for weeks. Still alive. So there you go. Clean water source. So that's my water source, which is you need water. It's a very important thing. Canada is a country that's blessed with so much fresh water. I tell you, I love being out in the wilderness like this because I grew up doing Cubs and scouting, and I got all these survival skills that I've never really been able to use, and I have this, as I'm sure you're aware, being familiar with my channel and my content, I have this ongoing struggle with the Canadian government because, they view me as mentally incompetent. But, I think they're mentally incompetent. Just, this back and forth about who actually knew how to deal with the virus when the virus was a thing. All right, this is my current location that I'm staying at, my tent site. I'll give you a little briefing here. I picked up a bunch of groceries from the Wally World and some supplies over there. A little bit of birthday cake from my birthday cake. As you can see, I got these high quality foam to sleep on. Military issue sleeping bag, good for -40, filled with goose down feathers and whatnot. This is my little tarp here, little awning, and this is my stove, my furnace. I cook out of here. I just kind of erected some rocks together so then it's a thing to burn. So that's kind of my sleeping site there, and then I'll just give you a rundown of a couple projects that I'm working on. Because the thing is, you got to stay busy. You got to do something. And what I love about being out in the wilderness is there's always something to do. So here is a little project I'm working on. As you can see, I've been digging here for a little bit and gathering up all these rocks. What I'm hoping to do is to kind of build a stone hovel that's maybe 20 feet long and 8 to 10 feet across, and maybe put an oven with a chimney coming up here and stone walls up to maybe about here or so, and then put some logs on for the roof. So that'll be that project, which is that's a pretty fun project. And then this is the one that I really takes a little bit to get to. That's the other thing about the bush. So everything takes just a little bit more time than I think people are used to putting into stuff in the cities, like, for example, when I take a shit in the morning, I love shitting in the woods. I don't know. I feel like you guys in your toilets and you're shitting in fresh water, and I could just fucking, and it feels like a million times better. I find I use less toilet paper now that I'm shitting outside, and it's because Allah gave me a right hand to beat my wife and a left hand to wipe my ass. No, but baby wipes, right? Baby wipes are very essential when camping. We're a little bit deep in the woods, as you can tell. Sometimes you hear one of the neighbors shooting off his gun. That's actually pretty comforting for me. I like the sound of gunfire. It makes me feel safe. Other Canadians, they're like, "Oh, guns!" And I'm like, "Yes, people capable of taking care of some shit. Finally, So, almost here. I know, 5 minutes. Ooh, I'm gonna try and work on editing things when I'm out here as well. I think it'll be a little bit easier just because I won't have so much sensory overload from being in the city. So, this is where I'm planning on growing a pretty big vegetable garden. Got a lot of crops this year. So you can see I'm just like breaking up the ground and getting the rocks out of it. Those are some of the rocks I've pulled out so far. Cutting down some trees here just so we have more light during the day, but during the day this is a lot of light on it. And then this is where I'll be setting up my new campsite once things are a little bit more established. Once I get that's the start of a log cabin, right? So I don't know, I like doing this kind of stuff. I like being out here, and for me, I'm a lot happier. I'm a lot happier just being out where I'm far away from everybody and all the stress of all this virus stuff that's going on, and just I don't know. I find for me in social situations when I say something that doesn't go over well with people, the consequence is that like I can just be carted off into an institution for being a wrong thinker, and it's, for me, I think it's really frustrating because it's like, here I am literally perfectly taking care of myself in the wilderness without civilization whatsoever. Yet civilization takes the position that I'm somehow incapable of caring for myself. When it's like, no, your civilization is rigged against people who do things honestly. And so, I've done what I could to like fight for change in the world, and for a civilization that allows people to live honestly. And we'll see what happens. Maybe change will come, maybe it won't. Maybe this video will upload, maybe it won't. I don't know. But that's my update. Thanks for tuning in to Quarantine Cribz, my nibs. All right, peace.